Cardiovascular Institute of the South is celebrating 40 years of delivering healthcare to our patients and communities. Founded by Dr. Craig Walker in 1983 and guided by a mission to provide the highest quality cardiovascular care available, CIS has pioneered hundreds of firsts to improve outcomes for cardiovascular diseases. Through new technology, virtual care, outpatient procedures, and national growth, CIS is improving lives and leading the way for advanced care and innovation.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Bayou Time. I am Harry McCullough. You know, as our population ages, it is one of the biggest events that's going to happen in our future. It's dementia, and it's going to affect everybody and a lot of people between their loved ones or themselves. There's going to be a dementia workshop for families. It's coming up on October 14th on Monday, and it'll be from 5:30 to 7:30 at the main library. They want you to register, though, because there's packets involved. So you can go on Eventbrite and go to the Dementia Workshop for Families and register for that event. And it's going to be, again, October 14th on a Monday at the library. Here to talk a little more about it from the Terrebonne Ministerial Alliance. The executive director is Stephanie Ward, and Catherine Carter is the secretary. Guys, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate this.
Thanks for having us.
And as I was saying, look, our population is aging. So this is something, as we all get a little older, little baby boomers and everybody else, it's a big part of our lives. So tell me a little bit more about the dementia workshop.
Okay. Well, our presenter is Ms. Carol Bailey, and she is a care specialist. She's also a registered nurse, and she's from Belle Chase, Louisiana. And she's going to be presenting the dementia workshop for families, especially for caregivers who are taking care of loved ones who have been recently or have been diagnosed in the past with dementia. You're going to gain insight to the brain changes with dementia and learn how to respond to the different challenges that can come forth when caring for someone that has the diagnosis of dementia. They're also going to learn how to approach and care for that support system that they need when caring for someone with dementia. There's a lot of things that go on in the brain, and family members and caregivers don't understand. They're going to get insight on how to deal with and care for and love through that journey that they take with that loved one through dementia.
Yeah, it's very hard because, a lot of times the patient doesn't really understand what's going on. It really falls, a lot of it, on the caregiver, as we go. So it's good to have a support system and to be able to know what's happening.
Right. And you mentioned earlier about aging. And it's not just with aging anymore.
Right.
The youngest person I have come in contact with dementia is 46 years old.
Wow.
So it's not something that comes with age anymore. So his parents, which are in their 60s, is having to learn how to deal with their child with the diagnosis of dementia at 46 years old.
Wow, that's heartbreaking for sure. So again, the workshop for families will be on Monday, October 14th from 5:30 to 7:30. They want you to register required because there is a packet that goes with this. And Catherine, as we take a look, why would the Terrebonne Ministerial Alliance get involved with this?
Oh, yes. Terrebonne Ministerial Alliance, I want to give you a little bit. It's not an association, but it's a group of pastors, deacons, lay people, and they have come together to improve the community, not only spiritually through their street revivals, but mentally, health-wise. We have had several health fairs right on Scott Lane and Prince Collins on the lots, that old Stanley parking lot. We've had health fairs, and so that's what we're interested in. So the visionary, which is our ED director, she works in this field where she deals with the elderly from a state point of view in her occupation. She said, we need a workshop. And so she planned it. She was able to find a young lady that's professional about it, that deals with this, and we're hosting this workshop, and we'll put flyers out. You know, it's on social media, and we're hoping that not just the ones in need, but anyone who knows someone will come out and hear what this lady have to say, because it's only going to help us. I am very interested because my mom is 97 years old. And so when I go to see her, I say, well, who am I seeing today? Who is Miss Bertha today? And, and so that's, we know enough to whatever her conversation is, we going with that conversation.
Right.
And then Stephanie gives us a little insight on what to do and what have you. We also have a nurse in our church. We ask questions like when she stopped eating, she just was eating junk food. The nurse say, long as she eating.
Right.
Long as she drinking. Whatever she wants. Well. Yeah. So Ministerial Alliance, I want to just share with you that they do giveaways, they do the health fairs, and in the future, they will be providing houses to low-income families in the future. So just keep us in prayer.
Oh, yeah.
Our president is Vincent Fuseli.
Absolutely. So, Stephanie, we were talking about this is not about actually finding a cure, right? You're not giving out medicine. We're not doing all.
No.
This is more of a support of, hey, this is what's going to happen. This is happening, and this is how you deal with it.
Yes, it's more on giving the caregivers insight on how to care for their loved one that has dementia.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is one of those things. As I think there was at the one time it was like 7 million, but we're expected to be like 12 million.
Yes.
Here in a few years, and
Yes.
then it's going to continue to grow as population
Right.
grows too. So
Right.
it is something. You said you had people in your world that you've dealt with dementia before?
Yes, I work for the Louisiana Department of Health, so I see it all the time. And as I mentioned earlier, my youngest client is 46 years old.
Yeah.
And it's just heartbreaking just to see the stages that they go through and the stress that causes the caregiver. And that's something they're going to learn too in the workshop, how to de-stress, how to go along with the journey without having to stress on what's going to come next.
Yeah.
Just live for the day, the
Live
moment.
for the day and support, as
And
you
support.
said, with your mother sometimes.
Exactly.
So again, Monday, October the 14th, it'll be at the library, the main library. Registration is required. You go on Eventbrite and look for the Dementia Workshop for families, or you can call 985-647-7054 and register. Guys, thanks so much. It's a very important issue for our time.
Thanks for having
And
us.
thank you for having us.
You're welcome. All right, we'll be right back with more Bayou Time right after this.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.